Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. It's Friday, September 16th, 2022. And we begin with a reluctant billionaire doing something almost unheard of. The founder of the popular outdoor clothes maker Patagonia has given away his company to fight climate change. Yvon Chouinard started his career as an eccentric rock climber in California's Yosemite Valley. For a time, he even lived out of his car before creating Patagonia in the 1970s. Now, after 50 years, Mr. Chouinard, his wife, and their 2 adult children are done running the company, so they've transferred their ownership, worth about $3 billion, to a specially designed trust and a nonprofit organization dedicated to protecting the planet. As Mr. Chouinard wrote on his website, Earth is now our only shareholder. Giving away the bulk of their assets during their lifetime has made the Chouinards one of the most charitable families in the country. The 83-year-old tells the New York Times that he never wanted to be a businessman, still doesn't own a cell phone or a computer, and feels a big relief that he's put his life in order. For us, this was the ideal solution. Make way for the whales. That's what the world's largest shipping company is doing. The MSC Group has just announced it is adjusting where their large container ships sail off the coast of Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean in order to reduce the chance of colliding with blue whales. These enormous creatures are the largest living animals on Earth, about 80 feet long, and can live about 90 years. But they are endangered, and a collision with a ship can be fatal. The current international shipping lanes goes right through the area with the most whales and whale watching activity. Scientific surveys have found that if ships move just a little bit to the south, the risk of hitting a blue whale drops by 95%. Tennis great Roger Federer is hanging up his racket. The 20-time Grand Slam champ announced yesterday that his appearance at next week's Laver Cup in London will be his last. In a clip posted to social media, Mr. Federer said, "Tennis has treated me more generously than I ever would have dreamed, and now I must recognize when it's time to end my competitive career." Just last month, superstar Serena Williams basically said the same thing, but she's just hinted she may consider a comeback, similar to another Uber athlete. Williams said during an interview with Good Morning America this week that, "I think Tom Brady started a really cool trend." The 45-year-old NFL quarterback retired this past winter, but 6 weeks later announced he changed his mind and is back on the field. Brady and his Buccaneers won their season opener last week and face the Saints on Sunday. A lot of factors go into making friends, such as if you have the same interests and like the same things. But a new study seems to indicate that people also form friendships with others who have a similar body odor. Researchers at the Weizmann Institute of Science could even predict the quality of social interactions between complete strangers by first smelling them with a device known as an electronic nose, or e-nose. These findings, published this week in Science Advances, suggest that the sense of smell may play a larger role in human social interactions than previously thought. A deaf dog has found his forever companion, a teenager with hearing loss. 14-year-old Walker of Michigan saw a photo of a white pit bull mix on Facebook and immediately told his mom, "This dog is deaf, just like me. I need him. He's my dog." The family quickly drove to the shelter to check out the 6-year-old canine called Puppy. Walker's mom said as soon as the dog was brought out, she knew there was no going back. The pair immediately bonded. It was a happy ending for Puppy, too, who was a staff favorite at the shelter due to his gentle demeanor, but had been passed over for adoption many times due to his lack of hearing. The shelter spokesperson said the teen and dog's friendship is the perfect reminder that there is a family for every shelter pet waiting for their second chance. That's it for KidNuz. Now, the KidNuz quiz. Why is the world's largest shipping company adjusting some of their shipping lanes? To avoid colliding with blue whales. The founder of Patagonia, a successful clothing company, has just done what? Given the company away to help fight climate change. New research indicates people form friendships based on what? Similar body odor. Why was a dog at a shelter such a good fit for a teenager with hearing loss? The dog was deaf too. In our Kid News Kicker, a Louisiana basketball coach has not one, but 5 new hoops records under his belt, and he set them all in one day. Joshua Walker's flashiest was for the longest shot, which he made from a distance of 113 feet and 6 inches. The others, farthest behind the back shot, the farthest hook, the farthest bounce shot, and the farthest basketball shot made backward. All his tricks found the net in July of this year, according to a new announcement from Guinness World Records. Back in the day, Joshua played ball for LSU Shreveport. As he told Guinness, "My 8-year-old self would be ecstatic to see that I'm here doing this." Before we go, we want to give a big Kid News shout out to our terrific teachers, Mrs. Potoff and Mrs. Ostapchuk, and their scouts at Conrad Weiser Middle School in Robesonia, Pennsylvania. Mrs. Highmall and her Timberwolf Cubs at White Knoll Elementary in West Columbia, South Carolina. In California, Dr. Hang at Park Lane Elementary in Stockton and Miss Hancock at Northmont Elementary in San Diego. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to take our Week in Review quiz on our website, kidnews.org. Have a great weekend, and we hope you tune in for more Kid News Monday morning.